Welcome to the Instant Trivia Podcast, episode 1453, where we ask the best trivia on the internet. Let's get started. In Greek mythology, who is responsible for giving fire to humans? Prometheus? What is the deadliest jellyfish in the world? Box jellyfish. What Disney movie was the song Speechless featured in? Aladdin. As of 2020, how many vice presidents have gone on to become president in the U.S.? 14. What is the capital of Turkmenistan? Ashgabat. According to Greek mythology, who was the first human woman on Earth? Answer: Pandora. Zeus created her as a punishment to mankind for stealing his fire. She was given many gifts from the gods, including a jar that contained misery and evil. Pandora was warned never to open the box. How many taste buds does the average human have? Answer: 2,000 to 8,000. The tiny bumps that cover the surface of the tongue are papillae. These tiny structures contain taste buds and glands that help create and secrete saliva. An episode of what sitcom spawned the phrase, "jumped the shark"? Happy Days. Who shot President James Garfield? Charles J. Guiteau. What part of the computer does QWERTY refer to? The keyboard. What movie follows the ins and outs of Lester Burnham's midlife crisis? American Beauty. Who was British Prime Minister on VJ Day? Clement Attlee. Who was hunted by Dutch physician Abraham van Helsing? Count Dracula. In 1607, what became the first permanent English settlement in North America? Jamestown, Virginia. What fast food chain uses the slogan, "We have the meats"? Arby's. Who was married to Andrew Lloyd Webber when he composed The Phantom of the Opera for her voice? Sarah Brightman. Dentophobia is the fear of what? Dentists. Who wrote the music for Joseph and the Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat? Andrew Lloyd Webber. In the Western Union's alphabet, what is the letter C known as? Chicago. What Soviet dancer defected to the West in 1974, joining the New York City Ballet? Mikhail Baryshnikov. What psychiatrist developed the principle of synchronicity? Carl Jung. What Broadway musical is based off the opera La Boheme? Rent. Where were the 1960 Winter Olympics held? Squaw Valley, California. Which famous European structure was only supposed to stand for 20 years when it was built? Eiffel Tower. Author Margaret Atwood hails from what country? Canada. What TV sidekick was portrayed by Jay Silverheels? Tonto? Who became the first person to become a billionaire by writing books? J.K. Rowling. Which TV show used the song Love and Marriage by Frank Sinatra as its theme song? Married with Children. What sports team used the swinging friar as its team emblem until 1984? The San Diego Padres. What is Dodger Stadium also known as? Chavez Ravine. Which major city is located in both Europe and Asia? Answer: Istanbul. It is one of only 5 transcontinental cities in the world. The city straddles the Bosphorus Strait, making its western side European and its eastern side Asian. Where was the graveyard located where Lord Voldemort made his return? Little Hangleton. The planting moon is found in which month? May. Which Simpsons character has a doctorate in computer science? Apu. When is the only time a flag should be flown upside down? Emergency. In which continent would you find the Niger River? Africa. Who wrote A History of the English-Speaking Peoples? Winston Churchill. What is the term for the physical disintegration of a nuclear reactor's core? Meltdown. Who played the role of the Joker in the 1989 Batman movie? Jack Nicholson. What kind of fish is lox made from? Salmon. What large African island nation is located just west of Mauritius? Madagascar. Which planet is orbited by the moon Charon? Pluto. What Creedence Clearwater Revival song became a signature song for Ike and Tina Turner? Proud Mary. What U.S. state is home to the One Shell Square skyscraper? Louisiana. What unusual feature does a polydactyl cat have? Extra toes. In a Nazi concentration camp, a black triangle identified a prisoner as what? A social. Which country won the Fed Cup consecutively between 1976 and 1982? USA? Which 19th century French artist painted Bathers at Asnières? Georges Seurat. Which gland is enlarged in the condition known as gout? The thyroid gland. Between 1964 and 1975, what Motown group scored 37 top 40 hits? The Temptations. That's the end of the show. Thanks for listening. Come back tomorrow for more exciting trivia.